guys, welcome back to the vlog channel. This week I'm talking about my new goals personally, which I kind of was like on the fence about what I was going to do here for a little bit. I'll go into that more in a second, but I am entering a slight bulk phase and I thought it would be fun to bring you guys through it. You guys loved my cut phase videos and when I started the reverse diet, so I'll bring you up to speed on what's been going on there, why I decided to bulk, all that. I'll answer all your questions, don't worry. But as a little recap, Josh and I started another business. If you missed it, we started a business called Fit Coach Pro. It is essentially a client management software for other fitness coaches. We created this years ago just for us. We met with a web designer and developer in New York City. You guys might remember that video if you've been following along for a while. And it was essentially just something we wanted to create for ourselves and our clients because we weren't loving any of the other softwares or apps out there. None of them checked all of our boxes. And we just wanted to create something that was fully in alignment with our brand, which it didn't exist at the time. So we created it and we essentially white labeled it, and now we are offering it to other fitness coaches, which I'm so excited about. So if you're interested in that, I'm gonna put the little Instagram here. There's a lot more information on there, and there's a link in the bio there if you want to kind of see a little sneak preview video of that software if you're a coach out there. So with that, we've been super busy. Like, this last week we had 30 calls between SD Evolution, which is our first business, and Fit Coach Pro. So it's been kind of hectic, and we're at the point where SD Evolution is growing so rapidly that we are ready to hire more coaches. So we've started the process of bringing on more employees, which is really exciting. And you know, Josh and I are we're still taking on clients too, but we're gonna kind of step back into more of a managerial role and work on the business, still take on our few clients or people who really, really wanna work with us. And then just kind of help our coaches succeed and continue to do what we've already built, essentially. We're only taking on the best of the best, and we want to make sure our clients are in the best hands still. So we have high priorities when it comes to who we're hiring. So that's kind of where we're going as far as what this year holds, with a lot more happening behind the scenes I can't really share yet. But I'm really excited. I have not felt this in alignment with what we're doing in a couple years now. Not that I obviously love what I do, but I want to help more people, and I want to help other coaches and make this even bigger than just what Josh and I can do by ourselves. So really excited. And okay, so back to the point of this video. I just wanted to give you guys an update on what's been going on. So I have decided to start a little bulk phase, and I've only done one official bulk previously. I don't think I shared much of it on YouTube. I'll try to look back on my videos, but I know I shared a lot of videos leading up to that point because that was when I was still competing in powerlifting. I was doing a lot of cuts and weight cuts to make weight in the 57 kilo class. And then right before Raw Nationals, I decided to just compete where my weight wanted to be. So I did a bulk. I actually gained 15 pounds from that bulk phase. And that was right before our wedding, and then I cut leading into our wedding. So saw more progress during that time of bulking than I did previously in my entire fitness journey leading up to that. So I feel like I'm at a good place now where I'm fairly lean, I'm pretty lean. After finishing that cut, I've gained a couple pounds back, nothing major. I did that reverse diet, which went pretty well. I have not been tracking as diligently through the holidays just to give myself a break. So I think I was retaining some water, and just, you know, not feeling my best just because I wasn't being as on point. But it was a nice break mentally and physically for like pretty much the whole month of December, just because we had so much stress with the new business too. So that like aligned really well. And I got up to about 2,400 calories, and I would say I probably was eating close to that, if not a little bit more, during December. And my goal is just to put on as much muscle as I can. I want to put on a little bit of more muscle all over, obviously, but more lower body focused. I want to build my glutes up a little bit more, and my quads back up to what they used to be. And yeah, I'm just really excited to enter this new phase of dieting, and that's something I talk about a lot on my Instagram, is there isn't just fat loss. There are so many other things you can focus on aside from fat loss, and it's really important to cycle through the different phases, but you don't ever have to do a bulk unless like you really struggle with putting on muscle. A surplus, even a slight surplus, can be a really efficient way of putting on that muscle. You're likely going to put on a little bit of body fat too, that's just how it works. But that's the most optimal way to gain muscle mass. There has been new research supporting the idea that you can gain muscle mass at a maintenance intake as well, which I have done. I've done it with clients. That works really great. It's a little bit slower than I would say a true surplus phase. And then, you know, in a deficit or a fat loss phase, you're obviously just wanting to maintain that amount of muscle on your body without losing it, which is why we do it generally at a slower pace. You don't want to make any drastic changes in calories or slash calories super low, because then you risk losing muscles. So there's those three, and then there's the obvious reverse dieting, which I talked about to you guys a few videos back. So there's generally 4 phases you can cycle through when it comes to dieting, and you can kind of look at your year in advance and set that up based on if you have like vacations or a wedding or, you know, any events that you have. Or I personally like to be a little bit leaner in the summertime or wearing less clothes. Like, that's just what I like. So I just wanted to, 1, remind you guys that it's not all about fat loss all the time. 2, I think it's really important to show a phase like this because we don't get a lot of females out there showing the bulking or surplus phase of eating more food and trying to gain more muscle. So I thought it would be interesting to bring you guys through that. And I would say I'm at a better understanding of what a bulk should look like this go around than I was in 2016, which is when my last one was. Not that I really did it wrong, I just would not be as aggressive. So being a more advanced athlete 4 years later, almost 5 years later, you know, I'm generally not going to gain as much muscle as fast as I was in the beginning stages of lifting. So I'm just entering a very slight surplus, and I don't have a set exact timeline. I think I want to commit to this at least for 3 months, if not longer. But I would like to cut down for the summer. So we're just going to kind of see how it goes. So right now I'm eating about 2,500 calories. I'm probably going to up that again. But I just wanted to get a solid week of tracking under my belt after taking some time off, just to get back in the rhythm of that. But I'm going to talk about like the struggles of going through a surplus bulk phase, you know, gaining weight, how to eat more food without feeling stuffed all the time, a lot of things like that. So if you guys have questions, as always, drop them in the comments here and I will try to answer them as I go through this. I'm going to put my starting photos here. Still fairly lean from the cut. I've gained a little bit of body fat so far, I would say, but still pretty lean. I'm generally a lean, like if I stopped lifting, I would be a twig, like I would be skinny, and I want to build some more curves, so that's why I'm doing this. But I just wanted to bring you guys up to speed on what's been going on.